On episode 173 of He Said, She Said Movie Reviews, we take a look at the Apple TV series See. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie taste take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
Okay, so we just finished watching the Apple TV series See. I give this series 4.5 stars. How about you, April? Oh, wait a second. You didn't watch this, so you're not reviewing this with me. I tried to get April to watch this with me, and she kept on saying, next time we'll watch this. Well, I got sick and tired of waiting for April to watch See with me, so I watched it by myself. And like I said, I give this series 4.5 stars. This is a dystopian story that takes place in the far future where the human race has lost the sense of sight and society has had to find new ways to interact, build, hunt, and to survive. All of that is challenged when a set of twins are born with sight. This was both created and written by Stephen Knight. As a creator, he's known for the movie Serenity. Actually, as a director, he directed Serenity, Locke, and Redemption. But as a writer, I mean, he's done a bunch of stuff that I have really liked. Serenity, once again, which is, by the way, if you go back and you listen to our episode about the movie Serenity, I really enjoyed it. April really disliked it. But he wrote Serenity, Locke, Redemption, the TV series Taboo with Tom Hardy. If you haven't seen that, awesome series. Peaky Blinders, which is still going on, which is really great. He wrote the movie The Girl in the Spider's Web and Seventh Son. So he's done a lot of really great stuff. And when I was in the middle of this, I really wanted to go and read the book. I said this story had to be based off a book. I would love the book. And it turns out that this is original material. It's not based off of any book. So highly disappointed about that because I really would have loved this book series. But anyways, Stephen, if you're listening, please write the book too. This has a great cast. It's got Jason Momoa, Sylvia, Hoeks, Hera, Hilmar, Christian Camargo, Archie, Madekwe, Nesta Cooper, Yadira, Guevara-Prip, and Alfre Woodard. This is there's 8 episodes in this series, and it's a 424 minutes worth of stuff through 8 episodes. They're roughly all about an hour, and it's rated TVMA. Once again, I mean, 4.5 stars. You can tell I really like this series, but I really like dystopian future stuff. And I think, too, right now during the pandemic with COVID-19, this is something interesting to watch, too, because the fact that the human race died off and became blind was all about, it was all because of a virus that wiped out most of the human race and left the survivors blind. I think this, it has an interesting theme. I think, it does go along those lines. In the world of the blind, a one-eyed man is king. But it also shows that with handicaps, people can adapt and become proficient in life. And I think this is one of these things that made this series really shine, was the fact that they showed, once again, that everybody was blind, but they could totally get around in the world. They had systems for reading. They used knots, which I thought was really cool, but they used knots as their way of reading, which was really cool. But even I think and this goes into the acting now. The acting I thought was superb. This Jason Momoa, I mean, I've always liked Jason Momoa. I even liked him in Conan. I thought he was far better than Arnold Schwarzenegger in Conan. So I enjoyed him in Conan, but the actors really did a good job of acting like they were blind. You really thought they were blind, but yet they were fighting and, sword fighting and chases and all sorts of things, but they did it blindly, and I thought they did a really good job they really showed the sense of hearing and how they used that. Just really good. There was 5 different directors in this series. hats off to all 5 of them. They did a really good job. The score really added to the ambiance in this series. Really enjoyed the score, the war drums. Hey, you know what I even really like too? If you watch this, definitely watch the opening sequence at least once. It's really cool because, they, as I said, they use knots to read, but in the opening sequence, the credits, they have everything's done with knot figures, which I thought was really cool, which I didn't really get until I just said it out loud now. But where this movie, our series really shines is the cinematography. It was just wow. They used, this was shot up in the woods up in British Columbia, and you really, really think that you're living in a post-apocalyptic world. They did between the cinematography, of northern British Columbia and the production design, the sets were just phenomenal. I mean, once again, costumes were excellent. The sets were fantastic. It really, it didn't seem fake. It really seemed like a dystopian, futuristic, post-apocalyptic world. I mean, hats off to them. I just really, really enjoyed that. The editing was great. And the pace, I thought it moved along really well, the pace in this series. A lot of times in series, you'll get an episode or two that are kind of like filler episodes that will move you from, episode 5 to episode 7. Episode 6 is just kind of a filler to move you to the next episode. Not in this series. Every episode, all 8 episodes were relevant and the pace moved along really well. And I thought the dialogue was good in this show. It was really interesting. I can't say enough about how great this series is. If you like sci-fi type stuff and futuristic dystopian, you're gonna love C. It's a must see. Anyway, I can't wait. And it's already been renewed for season 2, which is fantastic because it does, leave you with a cliffhanger. So I can't wait. They haven't announced yet when season 2 is going to come out, but it has been renewed for a second season. All the characters are really good. The villains are good. The queen, the woman who plays the queen, Sylvia Hoeks, who's a model from the Netherlands, she does a really good job. Once again, everybody in this. There wasn't a bad actor in this series. I can't say enough for this. And honestly, I really have plans to go back and watch it again sometime this fall. I really want to see this again. And hopefully this time around, I'll get April to sit down and see it with me. So once again, the Apple TV series C with Jason Momoa, I give this thing 4.5 stars. And I suspect if April had watched this, sci-fi is not really her thing, but I think she would have enjoyed this. She'd probably have given it 3.5 stars. So I think anybody, like I said, if you love sci-fi, you love dystopian, futuristic, you're going to love this series. So once again, and thanks a lot for listening to us, taking time out of your day. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much it means to us to know that so many people are listening to our show now, and I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already done so, please tell a friend about the podcast. We appreciate that too. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the sofa.